Hey guys, welcome to today's lesson. We have got a mindset lesson today. I do like to look into the mindset kind of stuff because I appreciate that a lot of the psychological issues we have around our health, our fitness, and our weight are prominent a lot of the time. So we need to really work on this, okay? Now today we're going to look at a bit of radical honesty with yourself. So this is about owning your actions. It's about owning your own future. And the journey to transforming yourself begins with this powerful skill, all right? Being brutally honest with yourself about your choices, your actions, and your habits, and where you are right now, and how you can actually implement the strategies to move forward as well. So we're going to look into how radical self-honesty can really change your life. We just need to be as honest as we possibly can. And I do this all the time, okay? If I'm not quite where I want to be with my health and fitness, I'm always looking at, right, what have I not done that I should have done? And it's very easy to slip into bad habits. So we need to just be honest, brutally honest with ourselves, okay? So first up, why does honesty matter when it comes to you getting the results that you want? Well, first up is the blind spot barrier, okay? You cannot change what you refuse to acknowledge. So hidden behaviors and kind of self-deception do really become the invisible walls blocking your progress. So we need to really just become truthful about what you're doing. And if you are skipping on things, or if you're having that extra bit of food when you shouldn't have, or you're not putting the effort in the workouts that you're doing, we've got to be brutally honest here, okay? Now, wishing versus working. So merely wishing for results produces absolutely diddly squat, okay? True progress demands honest assessment of your actual work, not your imagined effort. So again, we've got to put the work in. You can't just wish and hope for the best. And also the self-awareness foundation. So all meaningful growth begins with accurate self-perception. How do you perceive yourself? And is it correct? Is it honest with where you're actually at? So without it, you're just navigating without a compass, all right? So radical honesty isn't about being horrible to yourself by any stretch of the imagination. It's about creating more clarity that enables you to really transform your health, your fitness, your life, whatever it is you're looking to transform. So we've got to be honest. And I want you guys today to really start being honest with what you're doing, and are you doing it consistently enough, okay? Now, daily actions versus daily excuses. So the critical question we have to ask here is, are your daily choices genuinely aligned with your stated goals? Or have you created a comfortable story about why they don't need to be? So most people maintain the illusion of commitment while their actual behaviors tell a different story. So we have to focus on how we can actually get to where we want to be, and is everything we are doing helping us get to where we want to be? So an example again would be, are you tracking your calories? And if you're not, it might be something you need to do. Are you being accountable with your meals? And if you're not, if you're having food for in between meals that you're not really registering, or you're not really tracking, or you're not taking photos of or being accountable with, that's not taking you towards where you want to be. And it's creating a comfort bubble. It's making you feel comfortable. And we don't need to be doing that. For example, as well would be, have you been to the gym 3 times a week when you know you should be going to the gym 3 times a week? Or did you skip one because you felt a little bit kind of uneasy that day, or you were just too tired? It's creating a comfort bubble. And when we create that comfort bubble, it's very difficult to break free from it. So we have to be brutally honest with where you're at. And if you are skipping gym sessions, got to be honest with yourself and say, you know what, I skipped that because I was just being a little bit lazy that day. Things like this, we have to be more honest with the actions, because guys, it will pay off. If you are honest with yourself, it will pay off long term. Trust me on that. I've done it many a time myself, and it just works, okay? So the hard truth here is your current results are a result of your current or your consistent actions over the past weeks, months, years, whatever it's been, okay? It's not genetics, okay? Genetics do play a role, but they rarely determine the outcome. So they're often a convenient excuse, and that prevents honest assessment. So when people say, oh, I can't do this because of my genetics, genetics do play a small role, but you can definitely outwork that 100%. So you've got to be brutally honest and just say to yourself, right, is that an excuse, or is it just me not taking action? All right. Not luck. So attributing other success to luck allows you to avoid confronting your own lack of consistent action and discipline. So if you say to someone, oh, you're so lucky for you look like that, or you're so lucky you've created that, or you've got that kind of lifestyle, it's not luck, they've worked for it, okay? And it's just giving you, again, a little comfort bubble to kind of fall back on and say, oh, I'm never going to be that lucky. I don't need to do this to get there. What's the point? Kind of thing, okay? Right, so we need to be brutally honest with this, and then not timing as well. So waiting for the perfect time is just a very sophisticated form of procrastination, okay? The right time is always now. Never wait till Monday, never wait till January 1st, just get going. The sooner you get going, the sooner you sort your problem out, okay? Now, your current situation is the mathematical result of your daily habits repeated over time to where you are now. So nothing more, nothing less. The great thing is you can change it starting right now. So start changing those habits, get habits that are aligned with what you want to achieve, where you want to go. And when those become second nature, you change your life, okay? But again, we've got to be brutally honest about this. So this is a massive part of this is believing in your future self, believing in the future you. So who do you want to become? I talk about this a lot. And it's a really important part of just staying on track, staying accountable, keep slugging away, okay? So transformation begins when you've got a clear vision of your future self, not vague notions, but specific attributes, okay? How much energy does that person have every single day, all right? What level of confidence do they project out into the world? And what does their lifestyle look like in specific detail? Do they wake up at 6 a.m.? Do they get a workout done before work? Do they take the dog for a walk every day? Are they vibrant in the workplace? Are they pushing themselves to achieve the best they can possibly be? All right. You've got to believe in this version of you and get crystal clear with what that person looks like, how they act and how they feel. And belief isn't passive wishing, okay? It's actively aligning today's actions with that future identity, even when it's feeling uncomfortable. And it's going to feel uncomfortable because doing this kind of stuff is not easy. It's taking you out of that comfort bubble where you have excuses, where you're tired, you're lethargic, you've been poorly, all these different things that can affect your daily life, but you've got to overcome them if you want to keep moving forward. Or you've got to accept it, rest, then move forward. You cannot just keep hiding behind excuses, okay? And this is why we need to be brutally honest with this kind of stuff. So your beliefs become your thoughts. The more you believe something, the more it's actually going to happen. Your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits. Remember that, okay? I'll say it again. Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions, and your actions become your habits. And when you can do that, you, like I said before, can literally transform your life. So it's from wishing to working, okay? Now we've got a wishing mindset and we've got a working mindset. So a wishing mindset is hoping change will magically happen. So it's you're waiting for motivation, you're searching for shortcuts all the time, you're blaming your circumstances, you quit when progress is slow, okay? You don't want to be that person. You want to have a working mindset. You want to commit daily regardless of how you feel. You want to act despite a lack of motivation. You want to embrace the process, embrace the journey. You know, it's part of the journey. It's not just doing something now for a quick result. We're embracing the full journey. We're taking full responsibility for the actions that we take and where we're at right now, and that we persist through any kind of plateaus. You don't get disheartened when things don't change for a week, 2 weeks, even a month. You keep going because you know everything you're doing is taking you to where you want to be. It's a small, consistent wins is far, far greater than the big occasional effort. I talk about that a lot, but being consistent with the step by step every single day is far, far greater than one big burst and then stopping, okay? Wishing mindset, no. Working mindset, yes. So the daily honesty audit I've come up with here, okay? So I want to ask yourself these questions each night, okay? Each night. And you can write these down as well. Put them in a little book. I've got in a book here. So I write down all my stuff into this book here. I write my kind of affirmations, I write my gratitude, and I write this stuff as well. So a daily honesty audit, okay? So ask yourself these questions each night. Action alignment. So did today's actions genuinely match my goals, my stated goals? Be specific about what you did versus what you have committed to doing. So look for patterns of excuses or realizations in this as well. Then you've got an improvement plan. So if not, what specific adjustments will I make tomorrow to align my daily actions with my goals? So don't just acknowledge the gap, create a concrete plan to address that gap. We can't just acknowledge it and just go, oh, okay, and then hope for the best tomorrow. Acknowledge it, create a plan around it, okay? A concrete plan to address it. What exact changes are you going to implement to make tomorrow better than today if you didn't have a great day today, okay? And then the identity check. So every single night, think, am I becoming the person I want to be? Did today take me closer to the person I want to be? Assess whether your daily habits are really forming that identity of your desired future self, or if it's reinforcing old patterns. And if it's reinforcing old patterns and you're not where you want to be in life and with your health and fitness, then something needs to change, doesn't it? If you don't change anything, nothing changes. So we've got to do that, okay? Ask yourself these audit questions every single day, please. So a challenge for this week, okay, and it's going to be for every single week, to be quite honest, is to be radically honest with yourself about the gap between your stated intentions and your actual daily behaviors. Stop wishing, start working, believe in your future self, and prove it with the actions you take every single day, because transformation happens in the space between comfort and growth. All right, that's where it happens. Choose discomfort now, or your future self will regret it. You need to really focus on discomfort now, and you will reap the benefits in the future. All right, it's very important that you do this. You cannot just be comfortable all the time if you want to change. If you're quite happy with how things are, be comfortable, go for it. But if you want to change your health and fitness, your career, your relationships, whatever, you have to get out that comfort bubble. Otherwise, nothing will happen. Okay, so that's today's lesson. All right, I want you to be brutally honest with your current situation. Are you doing everything you can that's going to take you to where you want to be? Okay, it's important that we do this. Let me know if you have any questions about this at all, guys. But take care, and I'll speak to you all really soon.